Hello and welcome to Redmen TV. It's Jonathan here again with the player ratings. And I have to say, of all the player ratings shows I've done so far, this has definitely been the most difficult to do without doubt. Just simply because of the crazy impact of the way the game turned out and the whole impact it has had on us all. It's still getting over that game. You know, and you could almost break this down even more and do a player rating for each half because it really was such a contrast. But look, I'll go through them as best I can. I'll try to be as fair as I can, and try and summarize it up. Karius in goal. One excellent save in the first half that could have changed. I thought at the time it had changed the momentum of the game. Wasn't to be. A lot happened after that. The goals, hard really to blame him for any of them. There was another cross in the first half that in the second half that he flapped off. I think Moreno actually cleared it in the pandemonium that was there. Probably a 6, and that's probably a little harsh on him, but I'll go 6 for Karius. Gomez at right back, a mixed bag. Some good, some bad. I think the good outdone the bad really. Probably deserves a 7. Was kind of a solid throughout. Was definitely aggressive. Got turned a couple of times. I know maybe with the first goal, but he did a lot more good things, and he got a lot more tackles in after that. It could have been even worse. Lovren had a decent game again. Probably give him a 7. Klavan, probably not as effective as Lovren. Probably a 6. 6, yeah, I'll go 6 for Klavan. For Klavan. And then here we go, Moreno. And I'm not going to be, I'm not one of these is going to dish him because he's so far to date he's had an excellent performance. And even if you could just mark him up to half time, it would have been a different story. But he came out in the second half. And, much like the Europa League final a couple of years ago, his head just melted. And, he just had a mare. 4 for Moreno. Midfield. Henderson, I thought he was quite poor. No leadership in the second half, especially. Give the ball away, was sloppy. Probably going to go 5 for Henderson. Genie. Needed a lot more out of him, particularly in the second half there. I would kind of argue that he wasn't really that effective in the first half either. The game kind of passed him by. I'm going to give Genie a 5 as well. Coutinho, excellent in the first half. Probably faded a little in the second half, but it was more just the way the game kind of went. I thought more than anything, like he's never going to be a player that's going to roll up his sleeves and get stuck in. Got taken off. Probably a 6 for Coutinho. And then the guys up front, Salah, not his best game, but not his worst game. Probably deserves a 7 overall. There was a couple of chances after that where maybe he could have got another goal out of another one pass away. Had a couple of chances he were straight through, and he didn't quite finish them away. But even still, despite all that, in the second half when we kind of edged the way back in the game, he was still an option. He was still an outlet on the ball, and I'll give Salah a 7. Bobby, well, if it was just the first half an hour, he would be getting 10. Faded a little, like everyone else did. You can see the flaws in his game when it comes to kind of just general hold up play to relieve a big long ball. Maybe in the second half there we were crying out for a Solanke or something like that to come on the pitch, but still was brutally effective in the first half, especially, and got into it a little bit much. But 2 goals and assists away from home even in a Champions League game that was so important. An 8 and man of the match at that. Mane got kicked a good bit. Probably lucky not to get booked as well. He did one very cynical, perfect foul actually in the first half there, where he just got a boot in across somebody. But But I know a decent game again, and even in the second half as well, he was one of those that kind of got on the ball, got spinned, kind of ran on, didn't disappear, was always an outlet. I'll give him a 7. The subs that came on, Chan came on, mixed bag really. Should have wrapped the game up, like a handful of others as well when he was straight through at the end. That chance where we didn't tuck it back, I got it cleared for a corner. Mixed bag, probably a 6. Millie, was brought on to kind of thrown in the deep end really there. Has rarely played left back this season. Got thrown on earlier than he would have expected. I don't think he would have expected to come on at left back really. Steady the ship a bit, didn't really do a hell of a lot wrong. Probably just a 6. And then Ox was, too little to, unable to rate. But that's it. It's a very frustrating night watching the Reds. But look, as I said in the match reaction video, keep the faith. It's still in our own hands even. Big game Saturday against Chelsea. And look, as our anthem says, at the end of the storm, there's a golden sky. So let's try and act out that motto and try and keep the faith a bit. And let's not jump on the bandwagon too much. We've had a decent run of games. We've had a bit of a wobble tonight. It's a huge disappointment. It's painful, yes, but let's try and keep the faith. There's a long way to go. It's in our own hands. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up there, folks. Thanks for listening to me. If you like this video, gives a thumbs up. As always, subscribe to the Redmen TV. Click the bell for the notifications. And I will speak to you all very soon. Up the Reds.